So before 2025, Nasty C had already built a decade of work, from breaking onto the scene with Juice Back to the global praise for Strings and Bling. The groundwork was laid, right? He wasn't just another rapper, he was a full package lyricist, hitmaker, producer, performer. But even with that, many felt he hadn't yet, claimed the African GOATs conversation thing. And for me, I feel like that's what 2025 changed for Nasty C. So 2025 marked Nasty C's most consistent year ever for me. There was no long waits, no creative droughts. He was dropping music, visuals, freestyles, collaborations like a machine. He found the perfect balance between commercial appeal and lyrical sharpness. So in 2025, it became the year where everything aligned for Nasty C: maturity, sound evolution, business moves, and undeniable dominance for me, right? And Nasty C's 2025 catalog showed it showed growth, you know. He mastered a new polished sound, still youthful, still sharp, but with depth, right? And songs reflected fatherhood, success, doubt, hunger, and legacy. His pen got sharper, his hooks got cleaner, his attitude more commanding. He wasn't just rapping to impress anyone, he was rapping to cement a legacy. He is rap, He can't forget how to him. Remember that. But anyway, if you were in, hip hop in 2025, you couldn't escape Nasty C's features, bro. He didn't just collaborate, and I mean, not just 2025, since last year, he's been murdering features. He didn't just, collaborate, he elevated every track he touched. Whether it was a trap anthem, a soulful hook, or a heavy rap cypher, Nasty C delivered in 2025. And these features did something important. They kept him in rotation in multiple countries at once. He was charting in South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, Tanzania, even in the UK and parts of the USA independently. This multi-market penetration is rare for a rapper from Africa, but Nasty C made it look effortless. And 2025 was also the year where he became a brand magnet. You know what I'm saying? Everyone wanted a piece of him, and he did something genius. He chose deals that aligned with his lifestyle and his image. Nothing felt forced, nothing awkward. No awkward endorsements, just clean premium collaborations that elevated his profile, right? And if you ask me, he's one of the few South African probably one of the only two South African hip hop artists who are getting endorsements, because there's not a lot of them getting endorsements, right? The money is just bigger for Nasty C right now. You can see Nasty C's on a whole different level. The visibility is bigger, the power is bigger. And all of that fueled the perception that Nasty C wasn't just, a rapper. He's a global asset. You know what I'm saying? And one major part of Nasty C's 2025 takeover was touring. The venues got bigger, the crowds got louder. He wasn't just performing, he was creating experiences. And unlike many artists who, peak regionally or nationally, Nasty C was touring across continents. He hit arenas in Africa, opened doors in Europe, and pushed deeper into the USA scene independently. His stage presence has matured, mixing vocal control, choreography, live instrumentation, and crowd engagement. He's literally like an actual veteran right now. He's literally the OG, he's literally the GOAT. He's literally the best rapper in Africa, right? And consistency is the real reason why 2025 became Nasty C's year. He didn't disappear. He didn't wait for hype. He created the hype. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he created the hype for another rapper who dropped an album on the same week as him. But anyway, from freestyles to short form content, behind the scenes footage, podcasts, interviews, Nasty C understood the new game. Visibility is everything. If you see him on Insta, he's out there, motivating people, talking. It doesn't even have to be music, but we always see Nasty C. His face is always out in the open. And this consistency didn't feel desperate. It felt intentional. It felt like mastery, like he knows what he's doing, like someone who understood that greatness isn't one moment, it's repetition, right? But for years, Nasty C was the young star, the prodigy. But in 2025, I think he finally embraced something the game had been trying to give him, and that is the OG status. He's not the kid anymore. He's not next up anymore. He's already arrived. It's his position. It's his throne. you have to take him off of the throne if you want to take the throne. He is the guy. And he's now shaping the next generation. You know, young rappers reference him, producers idolize him. Every industry giant has showed him respect. You know what I'm saying? If we listen to the newer kids coming up in, you know, the new generation, they say they look up to Nasty C more. Just like how kids in the other generation looked up to AKA more, right? And this is where he entered a special lane, right? One, obviously, one previously dominated by, like, AKA was a legend, right? And this is what I want to compare Nasty C to. Not in competition, but in a sort of like continuation type thing, right? Nasty C became the heir to that legacy. If you guys don't see it, the heir to AKA's legacy is Nasty C, the face of African rap excellence. It's him. Because he's reminded me of the time AKA was, he was not in the country, but he was killing features, right? Brasha Poma Portuguese in 2015, doing that whole kind of thing. But man is not in the country. Man is killing niggas and bodying niggas and killing niggas on charts and doing the most. But he is not in the country. And Nasty C's reminded me of 2015 AKA. Because another thing, Nasty C is the only South African rapper on, you know, the Spotify rap artists for the whole nation. So I think he's the only one really shining like that, bro. And with AKA's legacy obviously cemented forever, you know, we can't even put them on the same level. I do understand that, right? And the big question for me, right, is who is the next greatest, right? Who is the next guy we can put on the AKA level? And for the first time, fans, critics, and even fellow artists agreed Nasty C might be that person. His impact, versatility, consistency, and global push put him in a category that only a few African rappers have ever touched. So how did Nasty C take over hip-hop in 2025? It's simple: relentless work, timeless talent, smart business moves, global ambition, and the confidence of someone who knows exactly what he was born to do. He didn't just dominate the year, he defined it. And if his 2025 run is anything to go by, Africa might just be witnessing the next greatest rapper, the new OG, who is Nasty C.
Talking about, I'm splitting the greens with the whites. I got connects and Legos. You know what that means?
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, let me hear what.
Nigga, I'm a rapper. He's talking about Legos and Legos, like Nigeria.
Also, splitting whites with the cream.
That's a double.
The flag for Nigeria, white and green. And he's
That's
talking
what they say. You see, that's a double entendre for you, nigga.
Get off your knees, bro. Valid case. Online. Nasty's too much.